Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is a week commencing the 17th of November and we're getting straight into your reading we would like 2 energy oracle cards. We've got your first one out, please and thank you. We have the Thinking Man and Blossoming Abundance. The Thinking Man, you can see he's really concentrating there. I always think he's got clear quartz there in his hands, and clear quartz represents clarity of mind. So I think, there's something about next week you concentrating on really getting clear about something. And then we've got blossoming abundance. I don't know if there's an offer being made for you next week, or you're considering something that you can grow from. That's really important. Oh, that's such a beautiful card. Okay. We are using the Unfolding Path Tarot. So, dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Aquarius and make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. What is the focus? Please and thank you for Aquarius. We have the Hanged Man as your focus. 2 of Pentacles is your opportunity. Challenge is the 7 of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is in your subconscious, bubbling under the surface. Wow, and the Knight of Pentacles is your advice and outcome. So it's all Pentacles next week, other than the Hanged Man, which is a major arcana. And Pentacles represent, the material resources in life. So our jobs, our home life, our, material resources, our cars, financial situations. Very financially minded next week. So the Hanged Man, and you've got Blossoming Abundance as your energy. Love this. Very, lovely and positive this is. Hanged Man is your focus. There's something about, again, with that Thinking Man, not rushing into something, having, take a step back. Don't make any rash decisions next week. Just be patient and try and look at something from an outside point of view. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is your opportunity. So for me, the 2 of Pentacles, I don't know, I always think with this, you're doubting that you can do both, if that makes sense. But the 2 of Pentacles proves that you can. He's quite happy doing, juggling this up and down. Maybe there's whatever this thing that you're thinking about and taking a step back and not rushing into, perhaps you'll have to reprioritize some work life, home life, and you think it's one or the other, when in actual fact, so long as you look at it from an outside point of view, you can actually do both. I hope that makes sense. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is in your subconscious. No, it's not. This is your challenge. This is about you. I think you're umming and ahhing about doing something different. You are questioning here, is this worth my time and effort anymore? Is there something else I can be doing? Is that what your Hanged Man is considering? But there is some reason, you perhaps know that you need to be doing something else. But the financial side of it is what's holding you back. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is in your subconscious, bubbling under the surface. I just feel like this is your inner self saying, Aquarius, don't worry about it. You know that we'll always make the most of what we've got. You know that I'm very resourceful and very giving with my time and energy. Also, it's about knowing your self-worth. And it's a little reminder of, well, hang on a minute. What are you giving here that really isn't working? Are you getting any respect for this? Are you getting any, gain from this? Why are you still hanging in there then? And then the Queen of Pentacles just reminds you of that. It's like, well, she knows what works, the Queen of Pentacles too. She knows that by giving, she'll get back. She trusts the universe. Very Empress energy. And it's about doing something again and again and again, repeating. But it's more so about just a little inner guidance inside you saying, just, you know that you will make the most and be grateful for anything that comes your way, and then you're on the right path. The Knight of Pentacles is your advice and outcome. Very much, again, of look at it from a long-term point of view. You know, are you on, I don't know, a 0 hours contract? Are you at somewhere where you just don't know from week to week where you stand? You know, the advice would be, you know, look at whatever this is from a long-term aspect point of view. This Two of Pentacles, have you been offered something new and you're considering it? Consider it from, you know, the point of view that this will set you up financially, make you feel secure, because the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the deck that doesn't move, and there's a good reason for it. He likes to be stable. He likes to have everything in order first. Have you got things in order first? Have you got to work your notice? Have you got to work some finances out first? Yeah, that's why you're not rushing into it here, and you're taking a step back too. Oh, Aquarius, this is exciting. Hanged Man, why are you here? Please and thank you for Aquarius. Yep, Fool energy. Wow. This is you considering a new beginning. This is about, you know, the Fool card is the very first major arcana in the journey of the tarot, if you like, the Fool in the tarot. And this Fool goes on to all different parts of life, yeah? But what they're doing is they're starting right at the very beginning. It's a bit like at the Monopoly board, and you're starting at, you know, the go thing. You've got no property, you've got nothing, but you don't mind. You're just, you know, taking that leap of faith and going for it. Why did Monopoly come into that then? I have no clue. But yeah, the Fool card is about wiping the slate clean, knowing that you can do something new. And it just feels like refreshing for you, getting out of a rut maybe. Now, the Two of Pentacles is your opportunity. Maybe you start on this new journey whilst you're still on your old journey and you're thinking, I've got to give one up. No, you can start making plans to start that new journey and remain doing what you're doing, perhaps. Let's have a look. Tower. Tower in reverse. Now, the Tower in reverse, I don't think you're going to struggle with the change. I think that's what this means. You're going to take it all in your stride here. I would normally say the Tower in reverse would represent you being very adverse to change. That may be so. But I think once you realise you can do both, you're going to bring it, you're going to be like, oh, this is, you know, what was I worried about? I'm not sure what I was worried about there. I thought I'm going to feel like the rug's been pulled from under me. But in actual fact, I'm all right. Seven of Pentacles is your challenge. With the Five of Pentacles, yeah. This is a headache for you. This is you feeling like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm going 2 steps forward, 4 steps back here. Again, it's Pentacles, it's money. You've got all major arcanas and all Pentacles. Big changes financially, this is. And the challenge of the Five of Pentacles is that you're feeling quite isolated and alone. And, you know, especially, as I said, for Capricorn, if you are the breadwinner in the household, and obviously we've all got our own financial responsibility, got mortgage to pay, got bills to pay, but you in particular, I think, are putting too much onus on here on worrying about everybody else, as usual, Aquarius. There's the Five of Pentacles as a challenge. You know, he's feeling pretty isolated, feeling pretty alone there. You're tiring this Seven of Pentacles with a negative outlook. And assuming it's not going to grow. But don't assume that. Because you've got the Queen of Pentacles in your subconscious. And she's like, yeah, just watch me. Look how confident she is. She's a queen, so she's very nurturing, she's very giving. But the most important message of the Queen of Pentacles is A, she knows her self-worth, and B, she's incredibly resourceful, and she's incredibly grateful for what she has. So she will know, she will make it work. So although I feel like there's a lot of worry going on here for you, Aquarius, deep down, you know deep down that you can make this work. That's clarified. You buy the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles, Aquarius. Can we make it to the last card for another pentacle for you? Page of Pentacles, you know, not only do you know that it's going to work and you can be resourceful and there will be enough money to go around deep down, you know that with the Page of Pentacles, perhaps you will need to learn something new. Yeah, perhaps you will need to study something new, but you've got to be, you've got to be committed to that. Maybe that's what's stopping you. There's something about you thinking perhaps of other people. Maybe this is going to take up more time for you, thinking, well, I haven't got time to learn something new. I need to get that money coming back in so straight away. But the Page of Pentacles tells me that there is an offer that you are actually considering and considering committing your time and energy to. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is your advice and outcome. And it's like, think of it from the long-term aspect. Oh, we got a cup. I was going to draw that one. What's that one? Let's have both because I love them both. Wow. King of Wands. I love that, Aquarius. Right. So traditionally, you are the swords sign. Now, there's no swords here whatsoever. It's all about the practicalities of something next week, the finances of it. But then up pops the King of Wands. This is you being incredibly entrepreneurial, charismatic, ready to take on a new challenge without it a blink of an eye. That's the energy of the King of Wands. I love that. That's your advice and outcome. You do have the Eight of Cups. There is something that they are encouraging you to leave behind. It could be a friendship, can be a relationship. It might be somebody, it might be your job that you've built up friendships and relationships with. But you've outgrown this. This is why this person has got their coat and hat on. This isn't necessarily malicious. It's just whenever I see the Eight of Cups, it's a good card for me. Because I think, well, you know what? Friendships and relationships can't last forever. If one person is, I don't know, wanting to do something more than the other person, or a job, the job that's not ticking that heart chakra anymore, you've got to do something about it. Of course you have. You've got to be that King of Wands and go, right, I'm better than this. I'm charismatic. I know I can make this work. I love that. Right, now, I slightly changed the readings. When I got to Capricorn, I have been doing the Green Witch Oracle, but just didn't feel right from Capricorn onwards. So you're getting the tea leaf too. Now, I went to put them back in the box after Capricorn's reading, but they said to me, please don't, we promise we'll behave. So, thank you. We have two from this pile for you. Now, if you're wondering why I just said that about these cards, if you're new to the channel, these cards can be quite blunt, but I like them as long as you behave. Okay. Right, okay, we have, look at that, Astral House of Love. You have Shield, you need to defend yourself. You have Mountain, a major challenge to overcome. They're all on the same energy here, Aquarius. You want to call you Capricorn now. Then we have Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Now, it's not going to be plain sailing here, but it'll be worth it. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aquarius. Let me know how it resonates. Please, would you mind knocking that like button, ticking or whatever you call it, pressing the like button, because it helps to get the channel out. I've noticed my channel's really sort of a bit of a slowed down at the moment. And so, yeah, just literally by doing that and subscribing if you haven't, I'd be really grateful. Have a great week, Aquarius, and I shall see you next week. Take care.